If you really want to be serious into your table tennis, or if you are a little bit lost and you don't feel so confident in your game, or for whatever reason, here's the 5 best drills that you need to master to improve your table tennis. One of my favorite and famous drill is the 2-2. Of course, everybody knows this exercise, but I think it's one of my favorite because you can work different things in one exercise. For example, is of course the 4 forehand, so 2 forehand on the forehand side, 2 forehand on the backhand side. And this is a great way to actually work your technique and then you touch. So of course you should do that if you want to work on your forehand. But there's also a different way to work, like actually stepping around. So make 1 backhand, 1 forehand on the backhand side, and after 2 forehand in the forehand side. So this is also a good way to work that. So to work your technique, your footwork technique on stepping around, and after taking your forehand after. And then of course you can definitely work on 2 backhand and then 2 forehand to work on your connections between the forehand and the backhand. And you can work also the in and out footwork, so 1 close to the table, 1 far from the table, and it's a great way actually to feel very confident on playing in a different distance of the table. So yes, I really like this exercise because yes, you can work a lot of things in one exercise. I know that there is actually many players that don't choose their exercises, so it's very good that if the coach says, okay, 2-2 this time, that you actually know exactly which 2-2 you want to use. So if you want to work on your step around, on your distance, or on your connection, etc. So yes, this is one of my favorite drills. So the middle corner exercise is a very great way for me to find my distance and to be able to be aggressive all the time. Of course, depending on the player that you are, it might be different a little bit, but this is a really great way to work on your distance. And then my second goal in this exercise is to actually work on my balance between my legs. I really want to feel that I'm 50-50 in my legs, because this is the only way to be successful in this exercise, and not feel that I'm a little bit too much on my right leg and for the left-handed to the left leg, because I will not be balanced anymore. So yes, this is my 2 goals for this exercise. And then if you master that, you can add the service, and this is very important because when you serve and then after the first loop in forehand side, it's very important to go out and then be in the balance that you feel very comfortable to be aggressive in the second ball. So yes, that's the 2 goals. Number 1, find your distance. Number 2, find your balance. After the service, if you master that, then I think after the 3rd or 4th ball to the middle, go free and then see how it goes. So guys, I hope that this video is helpful so far. So if it does, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. That will mean a lot to me. Thank you guys. I know a lot of people that ask me about making a video about tactic, etc. So I'm still trying to find a way to do that. I really like this exercise because in the modern table tennis, most of the time, well, after the service, you have a short receive, kind of middle forehand side, and then a long return, so or on push or on banana flick on the backhand side. So that's why this is one of the most important exercises that you should do, because this is what happens like 70% of the time. So for me, when I do this exercise, the goal is first of all my balance after my service. So to be able to have a balance where I can play short to forehand and then long to backhand or to middle eventually. And then also my second goal is to try to look the eye or the racket of the opponent and try to see where he will play, to try to anticipate a little bit where the ball will go. So this is the 2 goals that I have. And then after that, you need to be able to create yourself different options. So saying that, okay, I like to play short after the short service, or I like to flick, or I like to step around when someone push long to my backhand, or I step around when the opponent is flicking, because you know there is a lot of chance that he's flicking to your backhand side. So it's just a matter of you and your game having the best way to play. But the most important is that you have to find your balance after the service and then to look the racket of the opponent. And then if you are comfortable with this, during the match you will see that you will be more difficult to play because you will actually be very balanced. So yes, this is one of my favorite exercises, and I think you should do it at least 3-4 times, and I really don't want to say it every day, but yeah, that is very, very important. And after, there is different variant of this exercise. You can make that the opponent is serving and then you receive short, and then he's playing short free or long to backhand. So yeah, it's just depend of that, but I think you need to master this exercise first to be able to improve your game. As crazy as this sounds, match is a really great drill. You need to play matches in practice, because actually all the things that we do is to be comfortable in matches. Also, for a tactical reason, this is also a good way to test yourself, saying that okay, this time I will serve long at the beginning of the set to try to put the opponent a little bit backward, and then after serve short, or the opposite way. You need also to test yourself in the different situation when there is okay 8-8 and then the opponent has the service, or 8-6 and I have the service. One thing that can be interesting if you want to spice the thing up is that you can bet some physical drills, you can bet some cola or whatever, or you can bet some money. But the thing is that something that little bit spice the thing up to be able to feel this kind of pressure to be able to be close to this match pressure, you know. For myself, I'm playing a lot of matches in training, especially before a tournament or a team matches that's coming soon. Free to backhand, I think, is the great way to finish the practice. And in the free to backhand, I have 3 goals. First of all, is to my balance, for me to be able to play any kind of ball that is coming at me. Second is not to anticipate any ball, so all the time coming back in the middle, and as I say, it's a little bit related to 50-50, but it's actually not to anticipate. If I anticipate a little bit to backhand, the ball is to my forehand, my balance is not there anymore, and then it will be very difficult to be successful after that ball. And then the third one is actually to kind of know exactly which ball to play hard and which ball to play with a little bit more spin. So if the blocker give you an easy ball, then try to go hard on that one and then come back as fast as possible to be able to react for the next ball. And then if you're in a very difficult situation, try to give a little bit more spin to give you time, and then to come back and then play with good quality on the next ball. So if you do it that way, you will see that first of all, the exercise will be much harder physically. There will be more intensity, and then it will be more interesting, and it will look like match. Actually, one thing that we don't do enough is that we don't play aggressive in practice, because when we play matches, we are actually very aggressive. We want to kind of kill the opponent. There is a lot of intensity, and I think that you should bring that to the practice to know exactly how to touch the ball, how to contact the ball. In the previous video, I learned about how to kill the ball with spin, so this is a great way to practice that in the situation where you are a little bit unbalanced, you don't know where the ball is coming, so actually to choose the best ball to hit hard. So thank you guys, this is the end of the video. I hope that you learned a lot from there, and I hope that it was helpful. If you have any constructive ideas about what I should do next, please comment below. And then of course, if you disagree with the exercise that I gave or the idea that I gave, please also comment below. I'm very open for debate. So anyway guys, go to work, go to practice these drills, and then come back to me and see that if it was helpful. Thank you guys, and see you soon.